Hello, Aline, how are you?
I'm good, Akir. How about you?
Yes, I'm good. I'm great as well. So let's talk about the market in Asia. Hopefully, the market is great for today. So the US market has seen a turn for exact around on Tuesday. How has this impacted market in the Asia Pacific region?
Yes, Akir. So Asia Pacific market were largely closed higher on Wednesday, following US market which rallied overnight. Shares in the US market rebounded, reversing the recent downward trend. Stocks moved higher after the Fed's chairman Jerome Powell reassured investors that the Fed is prepared to tighten monetary policy to maintain price stability in the US, but he did not announce an accelerated change in policy from what the central bank had already signaled. So it has calmed the investors a bit, Akir. Hang Seng Index led gains as it jumped 2.79%. Shanghai Composite climbed 0.84%. Nikkei 225 rose 1.92%. Kospi booked 2.54% gains. Straits Times Index was up 0.27%. SX 200 was higher by 0.66%. China's consumer price index was up 1.5% year on year in December, but it was a drop from the 2.3% increase in December, and it was in November, and it was also lower than the Reuters poll. Lower inflation opens up room for Chinese government to loosen monetary policies further. Akir.
Yes, Aline, let's talk about another issue. How about the Indonesia Stock Exchange? Did it also enjoy the same fortune from the market as the other market in Asia?
Unfortunately not, Akhir. So amid the Asia Pacific main indexes rebound, Jakarta Composite Index failed to close the trading higher today. JCI finished the day in the negative territory, even though it's only very slight, minus 0.01%. The correction was due to the fall of IDX Finance, a sectoral index with the biggest contribution to the Jakarta Composite Index. IDX Finance was down 1.02%, while IDX Techno was still weakening as it slipped 2.17%. Meanwhile, IDX Energy rose 1.04% as Indonesian government has revoked its coal export ban policies and revised its regulation regarding domestic market obligation to be more industry friendly. Among the top losers on Wednesday's trading are Aneka Tambang ANTM, which fell 6.97%, almost 7%, hitting auto rejection limit. ANTM was closed below its psychological level, below 2,000, to be exact 1,935. Rising nickel prices, which soared to its highest level since 2012, failed to save ANTM from massive sell-off. Today, ANTM reported net foreign sales totaling 41.54 billion rupiah in regular market Akhir. Bukalapak has been on 3 losing day streak, and today Bukalapak fell 6.7%, also hitting auto rejection limit to 418. Tins or PT Timah was also in downtrend along with ANTM, its fellow state-owned mining company. Tin slipped 4.55% to 1,260. Meanwhile, on Wednesday, LQ45 top gainers, we can see the sign of reversal from two consumer shares which were in downtrend previously. Barito Pacific BRPT jumped 4.14% to 880, and the two consumers shares, which I mentioned earlier, Unilever Indonesia UNBR was closed higher by 3.59% to 4,330, and Gudang Garam GGRM rose 3.46% to 32,175. Akhir.
Yes, let's talk another issue. Adoro Mineral Indonesia is seeing another high for the eighth straight day. So, in this case, what is your take on this, Aline?
Okay, let's take a look at ADMR, Adaro Mineral Resources, which was listed on the 3rd of January this year, continued its meteoric rise here from 100 rupiah on its listing date to 735 on today's closing or on Wednesday trading, or we can say 635% rise in just 8 days. ADMR market cap, as of today, has reached 30 trillion rupiah. Investors kept buying the stock, pushing it to hit auto rejection limit for 8 days in a row here, despite being warned of unusual market activity by the Indonesia Stock Exchange. Investors are told to beware of suspension risk. That's when the authority temporarily suspend the trading of the share for cooling off. But let's take a look a bit on its fundamental. ADMR recorded $206 million revenue as of August 2021, an increase by 176% year on year. So we're talking about turnaround story here. ADMR also scripts turnaround by booking profit of 45 million US dollar as of August 2021 from 18.6 million losses in the same period the previous year. But if we look at its liabilities, it's pretty big here. We can say it's 762 million US dollars. Well, if we take a look at its equity, it's only 49 million US dollars. Back to you, Akhir.
Interesting. Thank you. Particularly for Adaro Mineral Resources, it has the meteoric rise because it's about 635% in 8 days of rising. Thank you very much for your information and for your update, Alin. Stay prosperous.